One of the most confusing topics about engine manufacturing and engineering is why did manufacturers go from overhead valve or what's known as pushrod engines, then very shortly for single overhead cam, and now almost everything is dual overhead cam. I think there's a big misconception that dual overhead cam is actually better because you will hear people say, oh, it breathes better. Well, an SOHC engine with a forked rocker arm can have the same valve train configuration, meaning 4 valves per cylinder, for 2 valves for intake, 2 for exhaust. The dual overhead cam does rev higher, has a higher red line, but the primary reason is it works better with variable valve timing or variable valve lift, fuel-saving technologies that companies are implementing to meet fuel economy standards. They are not doing it just because it's better for the customer. I think that's a very big misunderstanding. I think a lot of people would be very happy with the single overhead cam V6, and if you don't believe me, then why do airplanes still use single overhead cam V6 engines? Is because they're lighter weight. They can get about the same performance as a dual overhead cam if you make the leader displacement large enough. And they have even higher regulations, for airplane engines than they do for car engines. It is all about the emissions. So if you're wondering what is better, SOHC, DOHC, it's not as linear as when people say, well, pushrod was an advancement to single overhead cam. No, dual overhead cam is really used for the fuel-saving technologies. Trust me, General Motors didn't want to have to do that cylinder deactivation thing. That was something they were trying to meet these new fuel economy